Guys, it's Tran here, back with another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about my favorite keyboard at the moment. As many of you guys know, a lot of us are working from home, including myself. The keyboard that I've been using mainly for editing, for homework, for work from home stuff is the Keychron K4. So I have had this keyboard for about 3 or 4 months now, and it has been great for me. So first, I want to talk about the way it looks. I love the minimalistic of it, how professional it is. I love the brown and the gray keycaps combined together. It looks really good in person. Personally for me, I decided to go with the white LED version this time instead of the RGB, like the regular stuff, like all of the PC builder out there enjoy right now. I like RGB, don't get me wrong, but this is my work from home keyboard. I want to be more professional. I decided not to go with the unicorn barf for this keyboard. This keyboard has a lot of light settings. I can't go over all of it in this video, but I can show you a few. They're actually very good. I enjoy it. Some of it a little too crazy for me, for my taste, but it is there if you want it. You can also get the RGB version for an extra $20, I think, or $10. I can link it down below. You guys want to check it out. Another reason why I enjoy this keyboard is because of the Bluetooth function. It is pretty good for me, in my opinion. Can be laggy sometimes, but most of the time it works really well. It has the battery saving function. You can turn it off on one of the keybind. You can just find in the instruction. I turn it off because when I had it on, the keyboard just disconnect from Bluetooth every like 5 minutes, and it gets really annoying because sometimes I had to get away from my desk, take a walk or something, and come back or get a drink. The keyboard would disconnect. I want to type in my password. I couldn't. I had to wait for like a 5 seconds delay, so it become annoying. So I turn it off, and it's great when you turn it off. The Bluetooth staying on the entire time. It doesn't cut out. So I would recommend, if you get this keyboard and you don't bring it anywhere and don't care about the battery life, just turn off the Bluetooth function. Also, talking about battery life, this is actually a pretty decent, has a pretty decent battery life to it. It has been lasting me to a week and a half with the battery saving mode off. So I think with the mode on, you can last 2.5 weeks easy. I use my keyboard at least 4 or 5 hours a day, every single day, because now quarantine, I'm home more and I'm at my desk more. So battery life on this keyboard is not a problem. Next, I want to talk about the switch that I got in this keyboard. Keychron offers many key switches for this keyboard. There's the Garon red, Garon blue, Garon brown, all the normal stuff, obviously. And they have the optical switches when you buy the K2, I think. But I opt for the Garon yellow because I want to be a little different. I am a keyboard enthusiast, I say myself. I like building keyboards, so I go with Garon yellow. It is the linear switch. I really like it. It is very smooth for what it is, without lubing, without any aftermarket custom to it. So for the OEM switch, it's actually pretty decent. For what it is pretty smooth, and I can drop you guys a sound test right about now. So it sounds pretty good, not too loud, not too quiet, but it's just right at perfect medium, it's like perfect satisfaction that you guys get, that perfect satisfactions of the keycap sound. That's what I enjoy, all right? But then we can talk about keycaps. I think it's one of the weak points of this keyboard, I'm not gonna lie. The keycaps feels super cheap, not gonna lie. It's cheap ABS plastic, and it's shine over time. I can see some of my keys starting to shine already. So I would recommend get aftermarket keycaps. They offer some really cheap options on Amazon. You don't have to spend too much on it, but get PPT. Those last forever, or at least 2 or 3 years without going to shine. I can drop a link down below too if you guys are interested. But the keycaps, I would recommend go with aftermarket keycaps. This is a great keyboard overall, but there is definitely some very weak point from it. First is the build quality. It is built out of plastic. The version I got is built out of plastic. At least I got the cheapest version because I didn't want the RGB, so I went with the white LED as I mentioned before. But it's built out of plastic. The keyboard is super light. If you like the aluminum version, you should get a $99 version of it, because it has aluminum plate around it and it's a little heavy, a little hefty. Hefty is always good when it comes to keyboard, just saying. Then the second thing is how tall the keyboard is. I have heard many YouTubers say about the K2 how tall it is, and the K4 suffers the same problems. When I first got it, I didn't think I would need a wrist rest, but I was wrong. My wrist was at a very weird angle, and it was hurting after like a good hour of typing or a good hour of coding. My wrist was hurting, so I was like, oh, this is not good. So I decided to invest in a wrist rest, a cheap wrist rest from Amazon, and my life has been better ever since. You know, it has been comfortable. So I would recommend, if you get this keyboard, you should invest in a cheap wrist rest. They would help you a lot. I mean, some of you like typing with that type of angle. I'm not judging, but for the rest of us that's normal like me, you should invest in a wrist rest when you get this keyboard. So the reason I decided to go with the K4 instead of the K2 like a lot of YouTubers do is because of the numpad. The numpad is very essential for me because I use it every single day. I use it for work, I use it for coding obviously, and I sometimes use it for editing sometimes too. It's on my hotkeys for some reason. I know it's weird, don't judge, but it has been a great keyboard for me. It's been treating me well. It fits in my workflow perfectly, so I've been enjoying the keyboard so much. I would recommend you guys to get it, either K2 or K4. They're both great keyboard, whatever fit for you guys. However, this is it for this video. If you guys enjoy, leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.